Transmission from HQ. A UML may be in this area. To locate it, please scan the other anomalous creatures marked on your map with orange circles. Your scanner will also flash orange when you're getting close to one of the targets. Good luck. Golden cuttlefish. This species has 10 arms, 2 of which are tentacles capable of expanding, contracting, and being stored in pockets on its body. It is able to change its appearance using the many pigment cells covering its surface. It is even able to change its actual physical shape at the same time. All targets have been scanned and the mission is complete. Well done. Transmission from HQ. A very large source of strange biometric signs has been detected above the water. Sending drone footage. This footage shows the area in question. Birds appear to be flying in, and the source of the biometric signs is descending. A large species of bird flew in from the surface. Could this be the creature we've been detecting? Is it the leader of the flock? It appears that the creature is on the move. Readings indicate it has exceptional swimming abilities. We need to collect additional data on it. Get close and try to scan it. Transmission from HQ. Additional UML data received. A close examination of the collected data will be conducted. It appears that this species is closely related to pelicans, but there have been no cases of such a large creature reported elsewhere, so it seems likely the creature is unique to this area. HQ has decided that this creature will be called simaria, in reference to a mythological bird. It is possible that this species acts as the leader of the other nearby seabirds. The name is appropriate for the head of a group. We believe that if we continue to observe its behavior, we may better understand this species' way of life. Colossal squid. Believed to be the largest invertebrate in the world, the eyes and jaw plates of this creature dwarf even those of the giant squid. Despite its immense size, it is believed that this squid can suppress its metabolism and survive on even a small amount of food for hundreds of days at a time. Rather than suction cups, it sports rotatable claws on its tentacles that may allow it to secure itself to its prey. Priodubia. This deep-sea creature is composed of a cap part, called a pneumatophore, and a thread-like stem. It can grow up to 40 meters in length and is a gregarious organism composed of numerous small individuals. Each of these individuals serves a purpose, be it predator, defender, reproducer, or something else. Unfortunately, its form is very fragile and collapses easily, making it difficult to capture. Ophthalmosaurus. This medium-sized ichthyosaur is believed to have lived during the late Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Studies indicate that its eyes contained well-developed scleral rings, possibly the largest of any animal known. These rings would have allowed the eyes of this species to resist the effects of intense changes in water pressure and hunt deep in the ocean. Signs of decompression sickness have been detected in the remains of this creature, suggesting it moved between deep and shallow waters. Common feinttooth, polka dots. The skin of this fish absorbs more than 99.5% of light. Its body is darkly colored and covered in polka dots, though these are not normally visible. This pattern is only ever seen because, unlike the rest of the body, the dots actually reflect light rather than absorb it. Transmission from HQ. A UML may be in this area. To locate it, your All targets have been scanned and the mission is complete. Well done. Transmission from HQ. A very large source of strange biometric signs has been detected nearby. We are sending footage from the drone closest to the site. Based on the ping, it's likely Raja Emma's. Maybe it turned transparent again, and that's why we can't see it. Yellowbar angelfish. A member of the angelfish family that lives in the upper or middle layers of coral reefs. Its beautiful colors make it a popular aquarium fish. It is sometimes called a half-moon angelfish because of the semicircle-shaped yellow mark on its body. It is large and has a distinctively pale tail fin. Blue-lashed butterfly fish. Its yellow body is adorned with a white-rimmed black circle that looks like an eye. A strike in the eyes is fatal to a fish, so that's where predators usually aim. But if the pattern were mistaken for an eye and attacked, it would not be fatal. It eats coral polyps and crustaceans. Yellow clownfish. This particular clownfish has a white stripe on its yellow body. Different clownfish species prefer different anemones, and this one mainly coexists with the sea bay and giant carpet varieties. One might find it resting inside a sea anemone like it's buried in a blanket. Gold-tailed demoiselle. The smallest member of the demoiselle family, this fish can be found in shallow waters. It looks similar to the sapphire devil, except for its yellow tail. It feeds on plankton, algae, and small crustaceans, and its strong temper means that it will aggress fish of the same size or smaller. Common dolphin. This dolphin has overlapping patches of yellowish-brown and gray on its body. It eats squid and small fish. Because this species has a nervous temperament, it is rarely kept in captivity. It lives in pods with other members of its species, mainly in temperate and tropical waters, and likes to swim alongside and ride the wakes of man-made watercraft. Painted sweetlips. A large fish living in shallow areas of coral reefs and rocky reefs, eating benthic organisms and fish. It becomes more nocturnal as it matures. The young and adult fish look nothing alike, with the juvenile having black stripes and a yellow or white abdomen, while the adult is pale with orange spots. Lined surgeonfish. This bright yellow fish is covered in pale blue lines. It is fiercely territorial and will attack any fish that enters its domain. An herbivore, it eats algae attached to rocks and corals. Its flashy looks make it appealing to divers, but care should be taken not to touch the sharp spines near its tail. Yellowtail. Also called the Japanese amberjack, this species has distinctive splashes of yellow on its body, including its tail. It is a carnivore that preys on small fish, crustaceans, and cephalopods. Atlantic blue marlin. This fish uses the long, sharp tip of its mouth to strike at prey, usually seeking out the likes of crustaceans or squid. They have, however, also been known to eat small fish such as young skipjack tuna. This fish is a popular target for sports anglers. Coral cod. This fish, a grouper of the Serranidae family, looks quite charming with its red body and blue polka dots. It lives in coral reefs and rocky reefs, eating small fish, crustaceans, squid, and octopuses. Though highly territorial, it will allow small shrimp into its mouth to do some tidying up inside. Oriental butterfly fish. This tropical fish gets its name from the way it swims, like a butterfly fluttering gracefully through a meadow. It has a dark golden color and thick stripes of black and white over its eyes. There are thought to be around 120 varieties of this species across the world. Scissortail sargent. A type of sargent that usually has 6 stripes, though some do not have one on the head. It lives in coral reefs and rocky areas, and it is an omnivore, eating algae, zooplankton, and small crustaceans. It looks similar to the Indo-Pacific sargent, but this fish has a scissor-like pattern on its tail. Ocellated eagle ray. A large, diamond-shaped ray with many scattered white spots on its body. While it has a protrusion that looks like a snout, its actual mouth is closer to the belly. It uses the venomous spines in its tail to apprehend its prey, including crustaceans and mollusks. Orca. A marine mammal with white patches next to its eyes. It is a social carnivore, hunting in small packs consisting only of direct relatives. At the base of its dorsal fin, there is a gray pattern called a saddle patch. This is unique to each individual and does not change, making it a useful marker to identify an orca. Camarasaurus. This large, ancient species is believed to have lived from the Middle Ordovician period to the Silurian period. Research suggests it could grow to around 10 meters in length, and it is thought to have used its suction cupless tentacles to ambush the trilobites, eurypterids, and nautiluses it preyed on. Cephaderma. This carnivorous reptile lived during the Triassic period. At first glance, it looks like a turtle, but it was actually more closely related to plesiosaurs. It had 2 shells on its back, each of a different size, and its upper jaw was slightly protruded. Like rays and some other fish, it probably spent a lot of time hiding under the mud and sand of the seafloor. Platycarpus. This marine reptile lived during the late Cretaceous period, and is believed to have measured around 7 meters in length. Studies suggest it swam in a manner similar to sharks, but its prey consisted primarily of small fish and squid since it did not possess the same strong teeth that sharks have. Fossil specimens have been found with thick eardrums, indicating that this species may have been adapted to deep-sea diving. Eusthenopteron. This carnivorous fish flourished in the Devonian period, likely in brackish waters like lakes and marshes. These areas are often oxygen poor, but this species also had lungs to enable it to breathe air as needed. Since it lived near the bottoms of rivers with dense plant life around, it probably had to maneuver through aquatic plants with its fins. Belemnite. This mollusk is believed to have lived in the Mesozoic era, from the Triassic period to the Cretaceous period. It looked very similar to modern squids, and though it lacked 2 long tentacles to grab prey, it is believed to have had the ability to squirt ink when it was in danger. Research suggests it was a valuable source of food for large ichthyosaurs and sharks of the time. Parapuzosea. This giant member of the Amanitidae order lived during the late Cretaceous period. Like most ammonoids, its shell was a flat spiral, though this one had a diameter of 2 meters, making it one of the largest Amanitidae species. It is believed that this creature propelled itself about by spitting water from a funnel, despite the weight of its massive shell. Diplomosaurus. This member of the Amanitidae order lived in the late Cretaceous period. It was a heteromorph ammonoid, with an unusually shaped shell. This shell was U-shaped, with several turns, roughly resembling a paper clip. It was also the last ammonite to survive until the end of the mass extinction event at the end of the Cretaceous period. Baculites. This member of the Amanitida order lived in the late Cretaceous period. Amanitida shells are usually flat and coiled, but this species had a straight, rod-like shell. With this streamlined shape, this species was likely a better swimmer than other ammonites. It probably swam with its shell at an angle to take advantage of buoyancy. Ichthyosaurus. This species is believed to have lived between the late Triassic and the early Jurassic periods, surviving primarily on a diet of squid and other fish. At around 2 to 3 meters in length, it was smaller than other ichthyosaurs. It had a vertical tail in the shape of a half-moon, much like modern sharks, and it is believed to have swung its body from side to swim. Silver arowana. This freshwater fish is known for its long, slender body. Its jaw protrudes forward, and the shape of it allows the fish to open it extremely wide and swallow small fish whole. It may also prey on insects that land on the water's surface, or crustaceans. Its appearance makes it a popular aquarium inhabitant. Endoceras. This ancient nautiloid is believed to have lived between the Ordovician and Silurian periods. With a shell that could grow up to 5 meters in length, it was smaller than the Camarasaurs but shared many other traits with that species, including a similar diet and hunting style. It is possible that the two creatures shared a taxonomic group. Butatsisaurus. This member of the order Ichthyosauria lived during the Triassic period of the Mesozoic era. At around 3 meters in length, it had no dorsal fin at all and relatively short fins for its size. It did have fingers on those fins, and it had large eyes and a long snout that narrowed at the tip. Its tail fin stood perpendicular to its body, making it look inverted, and it is believed that it swam by twisting its body from side to side. It is possibly one of the oldest ichthyosaurs. Urinosaurus. This large ichthyosaur is believed to have lived in the early Jurassic period of the Mesozoic era. With a total length of 6 to 7 meters, this creature had a distinct snout that extended forward. In fact, the upper jaw was about twice as long as the lower jaw. Researchers believe it used its snout both to strike at prey in order to injure them before eating them, and as a tool to stir up sediment and seaweed on the seafloor. Leadsichthys. This species was probably the largest bony fish in history. While the fossil has only been partially excavated, it's estimated to have been 14 to 16.7 meters long, with a maximum estimated size on par with a North Pacific right whale. Despite its great size, it was probably a mild-mannered creature subsisting on small fish and plankton. Transmission from a UML may be your target's when you're close to one. Cephalaspis. This demersal fish lived from the middle of the Silurian period to the end of the Devonian. It was jawless, with a head covered in a hard carapace, with some sort of integrated sensory organ. It probably swam near the bottom of the water, feeding on small creatures and organic sediment. It had a flat body, around 15 to 20 centimeters long. I am Sarah, your survey, exploration, and research assistant AI, and I'm here to support you both for today's dive. The region we are entering is notable for its extreme cold and its icy conditions. The fish and marine mammals inhabiting the area have adapted to survive the frigid temperatures. It should be a fascinating dive. Are you ready to explore? Daniel, you do not appear to be moving. Why? Your suit is designed to maintain a safe, climate-controlled environment, even in extreme temperatures. Please come along. Bearing wolffish. It hides in reef crevices with just its head poking out. It has a long mouth full of large, sharp teeth that it uses to catch crustaceans and shellfish. Its powerful back molars are capable of crushing its prey, including the shell. However, the character of this fish is actually quite timid. Antarctic silverfish. This small fish is an invaluable food source for penguins, seals, and other animals in the Antarctic. It has a silvery white body with a slightly darker color on its back. It's critical to the Antarctic ecosystem, but its population has declined in recent years, possibly as a result of climate change. We collected a larger than usual quantity of light today. This has not thawed since the most recent ice age, over 10,000 years ago. The planet has experienced at least 3 ice ages. By studying this ice formation, we might learn more about life during those periods. Transmission from HQ. The condition of the world coral continues to improve. Increased luminescence in the area seems to have a healing effect on the coral. It would seem that way. Now that our mission is concluded, it's time to return to the ship. Warning. Comms failure. Contact with HQ is impossible at this time. Yes, a flash of light in the depths. Let's take a look.